Hello Marines and Hellions, I am PsyStarcraft and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. It's another Psy game and it's going to be on Shakira's Plateau. In the bottom right we have vilePsY, myself as the red Zerg. This was played on ladder, by the way. And in the top left we have Baz, the blue Terran. Now let me give you some background on this guy, Baz. First of all, just from this you can tell this guy is a total douche-tard. He loves to just, swallow everybody's good manners and spit them back out as trash talk. That's exactly what he's doing here, but he's a notorious Terran cheeser, one base all-inner, bad-mannered POS. Now, one thing I can say about him, though, is I don't think he stream cheats, similar to Deezer or Combat X or people like that, so I guess he's not the worst person to play against, but still, he is a huge douche, and already we're getting into a text flaming war. He's saying eat it, and I'm just trying to stay manner, and he's trying to find different ways of telling me to eat it, and I'm just going to say, good luck, good luck. Whatever, man. Doesn't even matter. I'll let you waste your valuable APM on typing out single letters at a time, while I am getting a huge advantage already. I've made so many drones so far. I'm already at 13. Huge lead already, and normally I would fast expand, especially if I knew he's in cross positions, but because I know this guy to be a cheeser, I've seen him play against Benishiwa and some other Vile members before. Because I know that, I'm going to be going gas first, followed by a pool. I don't feel completely safe fast expanding, because Terran can triple bunker right here and really wall you off if you don't get your drones down there and ready for it. I'm just going to play it safe, throw down that spawning pool before my hatchery. Now I'm sending out my drone scout. Now one thing I've kind of realized as Zerg is if you send a later scout, you don't necessarily get the best info, but your economy is a lot higher. You'll find that one single drone, over the course of a couple minutes, that's 100 minerals, 150 minerals, and it actually makes a big deal for Zerg. So do not scout too early, and if possible, try not to scout at all, depending on if your Overlord's able to get some intel and that sort of thing. So pretty cool. Why am I not hearing any sounds? Am I hearing sounds? Oh, I guess I am hearing sounds. Is music enabled? Yeah, music's enabled. Huh, weird. Maybe my headphones are just down low. But Baz now going to scout with his SCV, bringing in a late scout. And that drone I scouted with was able to get in and do a gas steal. And the very cool thing about a gas steal is it gives you ease of mind. It tells you that your opponent isn't going to be able to go fast Banshees. They're not going to be able to do any gas-heavy build right away. And it's just a nice thing to do whenever possible. And if you're a Terran player, you really want to kill that drone, or you want to get a refinery on that right away. And actually, I was so busy typing to him, telling him to shut up, that I forgot to cancel. You want to cancel and recreate it over and over and over. So that's kind of unfortunate. One downside to all the smack talking. So he is going to finish off that extractor. I bet he really wants that gas too. So down goes the extractor. That poor drone could have lived so much longer, and he's probably hating me for that. You'll see you in hell, drone. Whatever. Chasing this SCV down. I should just pull off one Ling to kill this SCV and let the other three just kind of stand out here, make sure he's not doing anything tricky. But the SCV will go down regardless. Oh my god, that's like his head. You can see his head down there. That was so disgusting. And I am now expanding, pulling off gas after 100, getting my Zergling speed. You got to keep up on your injects. 26. Bitch! You fucking slut! Inject, you stupid fat ass! God damn it! You are so... Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, I love you. God, that bitch was not injecting like I wanted her to. Trying to push up this ramp and see if he's doing anything crazy. Going up once more and seeing the reactor. And Baz playing a bit cautiously. He's actually throwing down 2 bunkers. And this means he's kind of afraid of a Baneling bust. So I recognize this right away. I see that first bunker, and we're going to see myself push up once more, seeing the second bunker and seeing the reactor on that barracks too. And now I say, wow, hacking? Because I realize he thinks I'm going to Baneling bust. And so I'm going to let him think that I am Baneling busting, by saying you're hacking. So some mind games going on. Now he's throwing down another supply depot when he does not need it. He is so oversupplied right now with that command center being built as well. So some mind games going for me. He thinks that I was actually Baneling busting. Now he's like, you do bad build, but I actually wasn't. And this is going to let me drone up so hard, man. 26 to 21. I only have 3 Zerglings out with one of my Zerglings dying. So already I've kind of got a macro advantage on him. He is going to be pushing out with these Marines now. Oh, losing one of them. You got to keep an eye on your mini-map when you've got Lings that close to an opponent. And now he's going to be moving down and preparing to land his expansion. Ling's going up once more and losing another Ling. Now there's no reason to lose these Lings. I try to get scouting information when it's really not possible to. So I should have saved those Lings and only have like 3 of them. Or I should have 3 of them right now. Salvaging one of those bunkers. Not going to salvage the second bunker. And remember, salvaging... Oh, there it goes. Salvaging does only recover 75% now. So that's pretty cool. You know, just by him being wrong about what build I am going, he loses 50 minerals and some building time. And he throws down extra supply depots when he doesn't really need it. So what that means is any kind of timing attack that he would do, like Marine Hellion, something like that, is going to be slower and less effective than it normally would be. I do have 5 more Zerglings now, so I've produced 8 Zerglings this whole game, and as a result, I'm up by 12 on Harvesters, 41 to 28, 13 now. But you got to remember, Terran have their mules, and let's check out Baz's base. What's it look like he's doing? My Overlord's floating in, trying to get some intel. I see 2 racks, I see a factory, and I think I might have seen this barracks down here. Yes, I did see the barracks down here. Now, if you're a Zerg player and you see this, you think, okay, standard Marine tank push. But actually, Baz switches it up a little bit. You can see here from the blue flame that he's actually using this factory and tech lab for Hellions. Down goes the Overlord. For Hellions, so as I prepare a typical anti-Marine tank composition, which would be Ling, Baneling, and Mutas if possible, he's actually going Marine Hellion, so the push is going to be much earlier, it's going to be much faster, and just pure Ling Baneling might not do the trick depending on my creep spread, depending on how he decides to approach it. So he's actually throwing me a curveball here. This Zergling does actually manage to get away, so that's pretty good. Baneling speed and +1 for Lings on the way. And as you get your Spire, you got to be careful about you got to use judgment. Should you get Baneling speed and should you get your armor before pumping out that first surge of mutas? Because with those 2 upgrades, you're actually losing 3 mutas. So I decided to do that just because I thought I'd need the Baneling speed, but little did I know he's actually going to be pushing in with Hellions. He's got 6 Hellions out here. How many Marines does he have? He's got 11 for the time being, and he's actually got 5 factories producing, or 5 barracks producing Marines. He has nothing on his tech lab though. That's kind of weird. You'd think he'd get stim or something. I think he actually already has stim. 8 Hellions now. And this spine, man, I'm so glad the spine was here, because if that wasn't there, he definitely would have pushed in a long time ago, because I don't have any roaches or any mutas at all. Baz now preparing his 3rd base as he moves out with just 12 Marines and 8 Hellions. Now, these Hellions are going to be dangerous, man, but there are 8 mutas on the way, and with the support from these Zerglings, the mutas should be able to take down these Marines. But if I had Banelings with Baneling speed, that would be awesome. The problem is I have not a single forward unit scouting, and he's going to continue to rally Marines, and he's going to move in right now, right as my mutas finish. And oh my God, what are you doing, Zerglings? Ah, I totally forgot about my Zerglings. Only 5 mutas left, getting shot down, a couple of them, but they did manage to clean up all the Marines. But these Hellions going, and I'm clumping up all my drones. No, drones. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. How'd I do that? Whoa, come back. There we go. Oh my God, so I cleaned it up with some nice muta timings, but the problem is he killed so many drones. I'm now at 31 to 42. I've got to make something happen. I've got to expand. I've got to drone up. I've got to do something crazy to get back into this game. And looks like, wow, I did drone up 41 to 44 to 43. Holy cow, I must have just hit a larva inject. I am droning up like crazy. So the good news is I was able to defend against that attack. Why am I only looking at my camera? The bad news is he's preparing a 3rd. He's got muta protection with his turrets coming up right now. He's got a turret in the main, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get in time for some harassment. I didn't even bother to look, which was kind of weird because I thought he was going to move out. But you know, I was able to defend that. That's good. I resaturated my expansion. I didn't lose a queen, didn't lose my spine. All I lost was drone, and he lost a lot of his army. So that's pretty good. Now I'm seeing that 3rd, and I'm like, oh shit, a Terran on 3 bases, and I'm only on 2 bases. This could be bad. I do have a macro hatch up, and remember, I do have +1 flyer attack and +1 Baneling and Zergling armor, which is actually really good against Marines, because normally Marines would kill Zerglings in what, 6 shots for 36 damage, but instead it takes them 8 shots for 7 times or 5 times, yeah, 8 shots. And you might say, well, it only takes 7 shots because 7 times 5 is 35, but Zerglings immediately regenerate 1 hit point, so it goes from 6 shots to 8 shots. So that 1 + 1 armor is actually very nice, even for Banelings too. And we can see here Baz is focusing on the transfer, focusing on a lot of Marines. He's got 40 Marines. I've just got 16 mutas and 18 Zerglings. The drone count getting up there. Third base on the way, and creep spread finally starting. You always want to get that extra queen, man. Just imagine if I had this extra queen earlier with this creep spread, I would have seen him way out here. I would have had time to react with some banelings, and I actually have a couple banelings on the way here. And it would have gone much better for me. I wouldn't have lost all those drones had that happened, because banelings, you know, at the top of the hill like this with speed on creep would be pretty incredible against Hellion Marine. And oh boy, that is so many Marines. No upgrades though. He is getting +1/+1. He'll probably wait for this timing to move in, or at least I'd expect him to. Otherwise, that +1 armor on my Zerglings is going to be pretty nice. Oh, and he's actually moving the Hellions up, and he gets all of them picked off. He probably hotkeyed all those units together, and that's why that happened. You want to keep separate hotkeys. Oh my god, I'm getting a notification. System warning. Well, I don't even know what that means, man. And he's moving out. Big mistake by Boss. He is not killing the tumors. In come the banelings with speed on creep. They're going to try to connect with something. Oh, and all the Marines go down on the right side. The Marines on the top go down to Ling Muta, and I hardly lost anything right there. Going to pick off those 2 medevacs. And when you have such a convincing battle win like that, you just got to move in. You just got to rally forces. You got to go for the kill. And as we see here, he's only got 13 Marines. They are +1, but so are my Mutas. And I recognize this. I take down the tank. I pull out. Oh, yeah, good at pulling out. And now I'm rallying tons of Zerglings. Just tons of Zerglings and Mutalisks. Tons of Marines going down. That is my adjective of the day, is tons. Or maybe that's a modifier. I don't know. Shut up. You guys are going to tell me in the comments. And now I realize I have won this game. Just swarming in with Lings, swarming in with Mutas. Got to keep those injects up. This bitch is doing a great job. This bitch is doing a somewhat good job, although she has suffered some traumatizing losses. And now I'm talking smack because I know who this guy is. I know he's a douchebag. He didn't even GL me. And I want to make him feel as stupid as possible. Not +1 armor, man. Really helping against those 1/1 Marines. And Baz is going to get taken down. So if you have to walk away with a lesson from this game as a Zerg player, first of all, creep spread. If you don't have creep spread, make sure you have some kind of indicator that your opponent is attacking, because he killed all my drones because I didn't realize he was going to attack. I could have just made a couple banelings and been fine. And second, as a Terran player, if all you have is Marines, do not push out against a Zerg without killing the creep beforehand. He was just completely useless on that creep against my banelings. And he was forced to try to split. He didn't really do a great split. Now I'm just kind of typing, not really worrying about my Zerglings or my Mutas or anything like that. I've just got so many units in his base. He's down to 21 Harvesters, and I'm just trolling him. You mad, you mad, you seem mad. You know, typical grade school trolling. I'm not proud of it, but against this guy, you have to. It's just way too satisfying not to troll, and he leaves the game. So you guys were probably reading that chat. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This guy, again, is an infamous troll and or douchebag cheese or whatever you want to call him, a ninny pants. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and had fun seeing this loser lose like a loser, that loser head. As always, thanks for watching. I don't have my GG button. I think I moved it into the other apartment, which we are in the process of moving in. And that's all. So I'm just going to bite this piece of bacon. How about that? I like my bacon crunchy, if you didn't notice.